The Green Building Council of South Africa was established in 2007 and by November 2008 launched the Green Star SA rating tool for office buildings. The race to be the first Green Star certified office building in South Africa is on. There are 5 buildings registered to be rated, and the Council is satisfied with the interest in the tool to date.
I think the mainstream momentum in our industry really took off last year. And with what's happened in the economy in the last 6 months, one could expect that this momentum would have slowed somewhat. But it's actually the reverse in terms of green building. People seem to realize that the only investments worth making right now are sustainable ones, and they realize because energy costs are going up and that kind of thing, that they actually need to build these initiatives into their buildings now to avoid costly retrofits down the line. So, of course, people are more cautious on all levels, and some projects have been put on hold, etc. But the green elements, there still seems to be quite a commitment to that.
Next on the agenda, the Council will create a Green Star SA rating tool for retail and shopping centres, and following that, a tool for existing buildings, focusing on energy, water, and waste management performance of a building. There is demand for an existing building rating tool, particularly in the current economic climate.
Well, we've been fortunate in the office and the retail tool that we've developed, that we are basing our tools on the Australian Green Star system. So we do have a ready-made product to start working from. And what it involves is we have paid technical consultants who are Arup for the first tool and will be WSP on the second tool. We have a volunteer technical working group of up to 25 industry experts from throughout South Africa, experts on energy, water, etc. And we meet on a regular basis and go through every single credit in the tool and say, is it applicable to South Africa? If so, what is the correct level that it should be pitched at? If it's not, let's take it out of the tool. Is there perhaps a different credit which should apply in the South African context? And we go through the whole product, and it takes about 5 months to get a pilot tool out, and then it takes an extra 5 months, so anything from 10 months to a year to actually develop the South African version of a tool.
In South Africa, it's apparent that a more sustainable and responsible way of constructing and operating buildings is transforming new built environment projects. It's important to remember the larger context in which this takes place.
Climate change is the major issue facing humankind at the moment. And 40% of the world's energy is consumed in buildings, in their construction and ongoing operation. So with a green building being able to significantly reduce its energy usage, amongst other things, water, etc., we can have the property industry can have perhaps the most major impact on stemming the tide of climate change. And that's why we focus on green building. It's some of the, if you could say, the most lowest hanging fruit in the fight against climate change. There's so much we can do. The McKinsey report says at negative marginal cost, although I'm not too sure if South African industry is quite there yet, but there's so much which can be done at very little additional cost.